How's it going, gamers? Are you ready for some rando? I am. Willard, do you like rando?
Yes, I do enjoy Randomizer.
I am glad that you like Randomizer because that is why we're here. Welcome to week 3. This is Open Randomizer Defeat again, and we have two opponents here. We have Locke for the team, the illustrious, amazing team, but we're buddies. We're chilling at a hot 9 points. We have Teknolink for team Will Pull Ped for Food. They're sitting at a hot 6 points. This is pretty cool for them because if they get the win, they will be tied up with a whole bunch of nerds.
My team's at a hot 12 points.
Yeah, whatever. I don't want to listen to you.
Yo, what's up, everyone? Exciting matchup. This is actually their second race between these two teams for the week. I think it was Fat Boy Talus a couple days earlier, which is allowing Will Pull Ped for Food to kind of catch up in this division. We're kind of getting to that point where teams are really starting to solidify themselves in the divisions, unless you're Hyrule Castle division, where there's like potentially going to be a 5-way tie for first.
Yeah, Hyrule Castle is scary place to be right now. They don't mess around.
No. So yeah, if Will Pull Ped for Food can get a win here, they'd actually end up both being at 9 and, potentially taking like maybe 3rd in the division currently. But we still have, 4 more weeks after this? So.
Yeah, with anything can happen. This is all just leading up to the big kahuna.
Which is the what? The co-ops? Or the playoffs?
Yeah, the playoffs.
The playoffs.
Okay, co-op will be a big kahuna, though.
That all does is sanity.
Woo!
Outside of Mystery, I haven't done one of those in forever, and I'm like just ready to get that Castle Tower key number 2 at the top of GT.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be real good. Yeah, I'm glad you're ready. I'm not.
I am so
dead.
I'm good to go.
Willard has reached his final form. But yeah. So these players will be starting imminently. So if you haven't been paying attention all week, where the heck have you been? Honestly, we got Randomizer. So what that basically means is that all of the enemies are going to be shuffled around. We got some bosses that are shuffled around. That's kind of it. Everything's just all shuffled.
Yeah, well, it's more than that, Chelsea. We got at least a slightly. One important detail, of course, about that boss shuffle is that we're doing full boss shuffle, which means that at most each boss will only show up twice, but it's only going to be the 3 bosses that are normally in GT. So there's only going to be 2 sets of these bosses. Otherwise, all the other ones are going to show up at least once. So we could get 2 Trinexes, we could get 2 Cold Stares, we could get 2 Land Molas, we could get some Flippers here in the secret passageway near our dead uncle. Did Locke ever kill that stall, or did he give up? It looked like
he got it. Oh, did he? He pulled the tree.
What did he get out of it? Hearts, maybe?
I'm not sure.
We got a glove already as well in Sanctuary. So cool. That's great. Let's see what we find over in Kakariko. Sorry, that was me being sincere. I'm still waking up.
Oh, my thing was just really behind. I was like, how does Willard know all this?
Yeah, I had to refresh mine too.
Got it. I understand now. I was like, what is going on? Those aren't flippers. Those are bombs. I was like, Willard's blind. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to think everyone has flippers.
Immediate flying glove and bombs is that Locke's going to be able to go right to the back here of Hyrule Castle. It's full of thieves.
Oh, they don't hurt. They're just bullies.
They don't hurt, and they don't steal. They don't even do their job. But we got a flute here in the Lost Woods. Are they even
really thieves then? They're just bullies.
They're just bullies. They're just there to pummel you. We did see I think we at least saw a pennant in the Light World at Eastern Palace. I'm not sure if it was a green one or not, but hopefully we see a map check on Teknolink's side.
If we're to believe our tracker, it is a green pendant. So that's a cute little vanilla pendant.
Yeah, maybe we'll get some vanilla boots too. I don't know.
Maybe.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I'd like that. I like boots.
I like boots.
Boots are cool. boots have never done me dirty.
Boots, however, in an Randomizer seed can be sometimes detrimental, especially if swords are late or something, because you know you're going to be running your face directly into some enemies.
Running through those bushes.
Oh gosh, that's even. Oh well, there's that sword. Only
that's one piece of the puzzle.
At Lumberjacks. So as far as we know, we won't be having to do Aga Tower, but we still have to find out how we are exactly getting to the Dark World. So we got time.
It's 3 minutes in, Willard. I think we got
time.
I think we have some time.
It's a speed run. They're trying to go fast. We'll be done in 4 minutes.
We gotta be done in. Well, that flute in the woods is gonna help.
Listen, the sooner this is over, the sooner I can play some video games of the Animal Crossing variety.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
I don't even care about this race. I'm just.
I do. I do care. I do have a stake in this race.
I do care. I do care too.
I do care. This is also your division. You should care too. You don't want us to get over to 12 points. You don't want that. You're against me right now, honestly.
I'm just scouting out the competition so far. I'm not impressed.
Okay, whatever. We'll see what happens next week.
Yeah, we'll throw down.
We'll throw down. Except we're not throwing down.
Except we're not throwing down. No, you can.
Yeah,
you
we're still friends.
Oh, look at that! Teknolink 8 rupees short from the bottle merchant. He's gonna have to find some more dollary dues along the way here, whilst activating his flute. Which is, I don't know, flute's kind of nice at the beginning because it kind of gives you some convenient routing options.
Yeah, I like it because once you're done checking the maze race, you can just flute right over to the dam and get those checks out. You don't have to save and quit and walk around. It's just little minor convenient. I'm nice. A fan.
It's fluid, just that fluid motion, like a liquid.
It keeps your save and quit counter down. Your what's the word?
Yeah, that's the thing. I feel bad for this one chicken.
Yeah, he's the only one alive.
I don't want to be here right now.
Because all his friends turned into guards. What happened?
Well, interesting enough, we did get a sword, and I think that's been about it here in Kakariko, so not as exciting item-wise so far. But maybe the bottle merchant will have something. Nope.
No.
Though
that was a heart refill.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was something.
It was a thing that happened.
There was something that there was a cause and effect situation.
This is very true. Thank you, Chelsea.
You're welcome. Locke is also just 9 rupees short, but he will get the amount, so we'll see if he remembers to get that heart piece.
Now, Teknolink, that's not a tree pull. That is a bonk tree, though. You bonk that tree, you'll get a 5 rupee. I think that's what he was thinking. Heart container. Might even be the famous sanctuary heart that some players like to skip in another way of playing this game.
Couldn't imagine
we don't know that. And we'll never see it.
We'll never see it. Nope.
That fire shield.
Is he gonna get it? No.
No.
No, he's not. He's going. Alright, we're not seeing Mirror Shield today either. This sucks. What's going on here? We don't get a potential Sank heart. We don't get a Mirror Shield. This is messed up.
I mean, there are worse things to not get. Like, we could be missing out on, like, half magic or a
armor upgrade.
Armor upgrade, yeah. Skipping a shield, no big deal. Skipping an armor upgrade this early in an Randomizer, but we'll see. Speaking of, we haven't really seen much going on here item-wise. Like, we don't really have too much direction yet. We're just kind of chilling and
flippers, so there is still a bunch of checks left. Who knows? Maybe we have to grind for some rupees to get that Zora item. We have a glove.
Maybe.
Not that that's in logic or anything, but that's a thing that could happen.
What's not in logic?
The logic doesn't account for your rupees, is what I mean.
Okay.
So it's like it doesn't give you a glove to grind for rupees if something's on Zora Ledge. That's all I'm saying. Or not Zora Ledge, on Zora. That's all I'm saying.
That's all she's saying. Very interesting from Teknolink. Leaving the dam to go to Agnes Cave, which is kind of like
kind of about this. Agnes Cave usually lately feels like it has a bunch of stuff. So not
well,
today.
It had 10 stuffs in there.
There were 10. There were 10 stuffs. I would not anticipate Locke to do the same thing.
It's one of those
might be heading to the sink now.
It's one of those locations where, you know, if you put it off, you're gonna generally put it off for as long as you possibly can. But because even with the flute, that's still convenient to get there, but still, you know,
it's a walk.
Not as convenient as just never doing it, which is pretty convenient. Yeah, we will see Mini Molten Cave over here on Locke's side. And I gotta say, we gotta be seeing some items or something coming up soon. Now.
Yeah, Mini Molten Cave, or we got Saha, back of Saha. We have all the flipper stuff. So I don't know. There's something's got to pop up, right?
Oh, this one looks real tough. Whew. I don't know if Locke can handle this.
Oh, he's bombing the last Popo. What a champion! And picking up. Did you see that? That was
pixel perfect.
There's our middies. So we just need a Moon Pearl, and we'll have some Dark World access. There's nothing I love more than Randomizer 4-heart fighter sword Dark World. Nothing brings me more joy.
What about Animal Crossing? No, that's not fair.
Nothing brings me more joy than Animal Crossing. You're right.
Nothing brings me more joy than 4-heart Randomizer.
We're comparing peaches to pears right here.
I don't know what you got. Well, no, I know what you got against pears. They're not
peaches. That's what I got against pears. They're not peaches.
Well, at this point, we're just kind of looking for, as you said, we're looking for that Moon Pearl. We could even find maybe like a mirror or hook shot to do stuff up on Death Mountain. But yeah, I mean, would you want, if you're these runners, would you want like a 10-minute Dark World access? It's either 10 minutes or it's 30 minutes. That's usually how it goes.
It's hard with Randomizer, and it's like there's so much to do. Locke isn't going to be checking his flipper stuff. Just noping right out of that. Intriguing.
Very interesting.
Quicker, so if he does find something here, he can route in his flipper stuff a little later.
So I love that. The bomb slug that was walking on the water, anytime he drops a bomb, a fish would jump out. It was great.
I missed it.
It's amazing.
All I was doing was watching. Okay. Nice immediate bonk.
Bonk and into save and quit.
He was just so excited.
Green Pen at Thieves Town. Green Pen at Thieves Town. The tracker was wrong.
Unbelievable. I can't believe a tracker is incorrect. This is.
How does it feel to be corrected by Sahasrara himself?
The man, the myth, the legend.
The man, the myth, the holder of boots, but not today. Instead, we got the man under the bridge holding them booties.
Which
Luke? We're just having a laugh. Luke? Ooh, nice bow.
Luke is going.
Are you having a moment? What's up?
I'm not finished with my coffee yet, Willard.
Okay, yeah, I'm still working on mine.
Yeah, it's almost gone. We're getting there. Once I drink it, I'll be in full Chelsea form. No, Locke, no!
Yeah, he went to go check what was on Lake Hylia, but then decided to ditch. We did see the bow over in Bonk Rocks for Technolink. Now, Chelsea, I have to ask. I'm going to have to ask. I know Locke is your teammate, but we got to be unbiased commentators.
I am being unbiased. I want both of these runners.
We need to be as unbiased as possible. Otherwise, chat's gonna be like, that's pretty biased, dude.
No, I want both of these runners.
That's pretty biased.
Fun. No. I want both of these runners to have fun. Boots makes the video game fun.
I just want a good, clean fight. That's all I want to see.
Ooh.
Oh, okay, well, there is our Dark World access here on Zora Ledge. Unfortunately, Locke is 58 rupees short. I got there, took a step, getting that Zora item. Surprised he's not. Nah. What are the odds that every enemy he kills drops 20 rupees? Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. We don't know the drop prizes for any of these guys yet. So. Yeah,
this is very unfortunate for Locke though, because he's gonna get that pearl and very likely just go straight to the Dark World, and he may never get them boots. We don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
I've seen scenarios like this where Hobo gets skipped for extended periods of time. Because now, if you don't do it now, when the heck are you gonna do it?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, that moon pearl was not a great thing. Oh well, we're going to the dark world. It'd be like that.
That's the way it goes. All right. Well,
That's
at the
right.
same time, you know, we're only 13 minutes into this race. There's a lot that can go horribly right for either of these players, and things could change. The drop of a hat. We got Locke. I need you to look at that map for at least a second longer. I know you're not taking notes. I know you're not writing those down. We did see a pendant at Swamp Palace and Pyramid Fairy crystals at both T-Rock and Pod. Wow, that's very familiar to a race we had yesterday.
Yeah.
Almost. So we didn't see the third pendant, but apparently... No, we did, because Sahas Rala told us it was the green pendant at these time. All right, got it. So we have all of our dungeon info. That's pretty epic. Oh yeah, that's the other thing though, is that Locke is going to miss out on this bow.
Yeah,
that
so
was at Blunt Rocks.
So right now he doesn't need it. Like Eastern isn't like the most enticing place to go to, and without a hammer, it's kind of hard to justify going to Pod either. So
I think for his sake, let's hope he doesn't find a second bow at any time soon. Maybe.
Yeah.
Actually, no. I guess that wouldn't be a problem, really.
I don't think it's gonna lock him out of much right now. So
this might not even be a boots required seat if the other bow is somewhere available. But...
Yeah, but you want the boots.
Well, yeah, but he ain't gonna get it.
Locke just saying hi to the Froggy Smith real quick, just kind of taunting him like, "Hey man, I'm not
I don't know why he decided.
Just saying sup."
He walked down here.
I think he wants to do.
He should have dropped down the left side, lifted the left rock. That would have been faster.
Yeah,
but instead he dropped down the left side of the right rock.
Listen,
so he had to lift it anyway.
Sometimes your brain's a little frazzled.
Locke's a buddy of mine, so I can be this nitpicky.
How dare you dig in the same spot twice? What are you doing, Locke?
You're losing time.
Unbelievable. Meanwhile, Teknolink is making that big old dunk into Eastern Palace, probably getting that bow and being like, I have this for a reason. So we'll see if anything comes out of this. This actually may be good for Locke. If there's nothing here, you never know.
Yeah.
Might save him some time.
I mean, it is a pendant. And we all know Teknolink. If there's anyone in Twitch chat asking about the pedestal, it's Teknolink. So oh, jeez.
No. That was brutal. Okay, so he might just dip out now. I'm not sure if he's gonna go back. No, he's fighting. He is not letting that chomp take him down. I think if he goes the other way around, he might be able to sneak past him before he lunges at him.
Yeah, if only he had a hook shot, he could just go to the right side and just skip that entire top section. But
there's probably a chomp there too.
Oh, Randomizer, you're so wacky.
So wacky. Also, Teknolink might not even be able to beat this dungeon. He also doesn't have a light source, so it's not in logic. Yeah, man, those fire bars and the chomp are just not a fun room.
Bit of a tag team there. There's the cape. Well, Locke immediately finds...
do you think that Aga's in logic, or Aga's required? We got the cape.
No.
We got the cape.
We're already... I mean, unless Hammer's, like, in Pyramid Fairy.
Oh god, don't. Don't.
That's about the only opportunity for Aga to come back into play.
I've never actually seen that in a seed before. I made a plando for my friend once, who was new to Rando, and he asked me to make the most. I know. He asked me to make the stupidest thing I could think of. I'm like, okay, I know exactly what to do. He had no idea. He had no clue that he could get to Pyramid Fairy without the hammer. So he had a great time.
The last time I saw it happen was actually in the last tourney match, it was I think it was Ninban versus Tito. Oh wow, Fire Rod off of Blacksmiths, that's nice, and it looks like Eastern is going to continue to come up short. But that Fire Rod actually puts Armos Knights in logic.
Well, if they're Armos.
If they're Armos. He's fine. He can take a hit, but
No,
maybe that's all 3 items.
Maybe.
But yeah, in that race, it was hammerlocked, but both players like did the whole bomb dupe thing, which is insane to watch because I think one of them was definitely like learning it on the spot. Bomb dupe where you kind of like mirror as the bomb's about to explode, and it like basically brings it back. It's kind of gnarly.
Gnarly.
Anyway, Fire Rod, nice. Teknolink, here's the thing. Locke is in the Dark World. He does have the Moon Pearl. Teknolink, not having the rupees for Zora, probably going to end up putting off Zora Ledge until he has enough money. So he's going to end up full clearing the Overworld, in the Light World, at least all that he can.
Yeah, two very different routes from these two runners, just by one simple difference. That Hinox. Willard, did you know that if you throw a bomb at that guy, he just dies? I didn't know that until recently.
Did you know Hinoxes are stunnable with the boomerang?
Oh,
but not the hook shot.
But not the hook shot. Why? Heck, this game is so strange, and it's like weird little,
very odd.
It's little quirks. So strange. Locke with his fire rod heading over to Skullwoods. Kind of a spooky place, but he should be fine.
Yeah. He does have blue mails, so he can take a couple extra hits.
That's true.
The thing is, because it's Randomizer, because it's boss shuffle, you tend to see players like to focus a lot more on overworld checks to see if they can find all the necessary items that they need to be able to beat any boss. Because if we get to the end here and it's like an Argus at Mothula, then, well,
why is Locke
I have to hightail it on other.
I guess he'll come get for it on the way back. I don't know why he wouldn't just grab it right here, though. Weird. I'll hand him for it later.
I think he just didn't want to deal with that stall floating around.
That's fair.
Maybe. One other thing you need to keep an eye on, in Randomizer, the wall masters are kind of busted in certain areas. You saw on Locke's screen that he threw a pot at a wall master, and it killed it, but there was still another wall master. For whatever reason, wall masters will like duplicate on top of each other in certain rooms.
Well, I think it's because there's already in vanilla a wall master in there, and I think they just put another wall master in there to make up for one of like the original enemies in there. Because for whatever reason, the Randomizer doesn't delete the wall masters that are originally in there. So not only did they place new ones, they just didn't get rid of the old ones. Randomizer's cool.
It's a very different explanation than I got, so...
Oh, really?
I don't know. Yeah, but I don't remember what I got,
so there's that Wallmaster
yours
there
sounds
already.
believable.
Yeah, that Wallmaster is always there. So, I don't know, maybe I've never seen a double Wallmaster not in, like,
That's true, I haven't seen it. Yeah, no, you might be honest.
I think I'm doing the smart thinky face.
All right. You can have that.
Teknolink, while I was talking about that, rambling really, was able, or took a sad death on the mountain. Ooh, there's our lamp. So he's also going to have his own fire source. 2 completely different fire sources here. This is intriguing.
Now you can go back and kill...
Oh, wow.
Armos boss. We got a blind in this room, which...
Yeah, Locke can actually get it.
Yeah, it's not too bad, really. He has to wait for it to come down.
Yeah, and then his things are broken, so it's like, it's kind of not a spooky fight. It's only spooky once his head kind of starts spinning around. So we'll see. I think he'll be able to pull this one out.
The other thing that Locke could do is he can get the cape out and use the whole cape cheese, where basically if you use the cape and grab onto a ledge, in case in this situation he can grab onto one of those blocks and be invulnerable without wasting any magic. But really nice fight.
Yeah.
Utilization of both sword and Burna.
I'm so proud. The map. Locke nabbing his first crystal out of Skullwood. We'll see what he decides to do next. We'll see if he thinks he wants to keep going through Skullwoods, or if he wants to kind of bail out and check some other places. Who knows? Well, the world is his oyster.
Village of Outcasts you can still go do, as well as all of Thieves Town, which is a pendant. But Thieves Town's kind of a fun dungeon in Boss Shuffle because once you get the big key in the front, you can literally just run to the boss, potentially fight it, and then if you feel like it, you can just skip the rest of the dang dungeon. It's kind of nice. Ooh, wow. So lamp in Spec Cave to get the hammer off the old man.
Dang.
So we got basically both ways of getting to the Dark World, either mitts or hammer glove.
Yeah, Teknolink is going to be getting his Moon Pearl here. Still doesn't have enough money for Zora, so we're still going to have no idea what's there, but he will get his Moon Pearl.
There was a 300 rupee in the waterfall, so...
Oh, there was.
You're pretty sure there was.
Because Locke had like 400. You are correct, so he should be good. There's 20. Yeah. And there's 300. Okay.
So Locke might have
to see
this crystal lead, but Teknolink's got all the items so far.
Yeah, all of them. He has every single item.
Which is interesting because, well, he doesn't have the Cane of Burning and the cape. That's the only difference. Or that fire
rod.
But that is interesting because, despite the fact that he has some really good items, Locke could run out of checks and end up doing some more obscure checks that could lead to progression that he needs.
There's another
a master
for Locke.
Is that?
That's good.
Are we still looking for items, or is that it?
I think that's go mode. I'm pretty sure that's go mode. I can't think of anything else that these runners need.
Just need to clip into GT, clip upstairs, clip through Aga, clip into the Triforce wall.
I see nothing wrong. They don't need to clip into the Triforce wall. They can
eat a clip bar.
Wait, is that a thing? Ooh, there's our first bottle. A Cliff Bar. Oh, I understand.
Teknolink will be heading in the Dark World now. Yeah, I try. Yeah, you're right. This is our first bottle. And it's nice having a fairy in a bottle, honestly. Though, except not when you want to, Death Warp, so...
Oh my gosh. I don't want to talk about that. I do it so often. I've caught fairies before, and then I'm like, I'm gonna do a Death Warp, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I got that fairy to avoid this exact situation.
Right.
Whoops.
Whoop. So long, fairy. We haven't seen any of Village of Outcasts yet. I think Locke went straight up to Skull Woods once he got up here.
Yeah.
And Teknolink, with that hammer in hand, and obviously the boots, is going to be able to route this overworld a lot faster.
Yeah, and he's also most likely going to head up north and maybe go up to Pod. Because he has everything to beat that dungeon. Point blank, he has everything. So I wouldn't be surprised if he went in there next. I would. That's a Chelsea play. There's a little insight to what I would do, Willard.
I mean, he'll allow him to check what's on the pyramid.
Mm-hmm. Catfish, if he so chooses.
And, the way I'd be looking at it's like, well, Turtle Rock is a Pyramid Fairy Crystal, so I'd rather check Pyramid now, because there's no way I'm going to... Either I'm just going to be, in go mode by the time I do T-Rock, or just never do Pyramid Fairy, so now would be the time to do it. Hey, look, a Lionel.
I love Lionels. They're goofy.
The bats are kind of scary in the Dark World because they actually do, I think, 2 hearts of damage with green mills, so they're a little bit scarier. Yeah. Ooh, nice full refill. I'm curious to see what boss we're going to have here. There's, no reason not to kill the boss here in Thieves at all. God, that Lionel slid right in there.
He just popped right up. Hey, man.
Terrifying.
Did you miss me? I'm still here, by the way. Thieves Town, this room is so bad. It always slows down Randomizer. It's just, I've never seen it not have a meltdown.
So that bomb dropper enemy was on the bottom layer, which is why Locke couldn't hit it, and also why he walked through it. Interesting that he's not going to see what the boss is.
Yeah.
But... And curious to see if he does have... Or no, he didn't get the small key in the front, so there's still a chance that the hammer might not be required to get all the items out of Thieves. Yeah, well, So Pyramid and Catfish just having rupees, so not really the thing that Teknolink was looking for, that big early advantage, though. Unbeknownst to him, he has quite a big early advantage with all these items. Holy cow.
Yeah.
That's kind of the downside about going straight into the Dark World right away, is that
you can skip some of those earlier locations that are just kind of there. Well, I don't know. There's a lot of game left, Willard.
No, I know.
So much game.
Teknolink is going to be widening this gap with every step he makes with these booties. And
we're going to find out what Meyer is. It is a vanilla ether today.
I think Locke might have already been here earlier.
Oh, he must have been because the tracker's updated. I pay attention.
It's okay.
I know what's going on in this video game.
I'm
just making sure you knew that.
Yep.
That's what's happening.
Yeah, yes, sir. I'm curious to see what the next thing is that we are going to find.
Yeah, I'm not
This is
really,
a weird. This is a really weird scene.
Very strange.
I guess
I'm saying Pod. I'm saying Pod is gonna have something.
I'm thinking Ice Palace. I think you're wrong. I think it's actually Ice Palace.
That's fine. All right. I mean, Ice Palace is on the table. We did get those early flippers. That kind of has to be in the back of your mind. I don't know. I'm thinking Hookshot's gonna show up next. In Pod. Wait, that's my hot take.
Okay, Locke did get a small key, so there is a potential item in that big chest.
Depends on what Moth.
Oh, hey, Moth.
He's getting very lucky with these bosses that he can kill.
Yeah.
Very
no
lucky.
Argus, no Trinex yet. Or no Armos Knights, which would be killable, but just kind of annoying.
But he has blue boomerang. He's fine. That is an item. I don't know if he got both the compass and map already. I'm not sure. Yeah, I have to imagine.
We'll have to see on Teknolink's side if he ever goes there.
But that wasn't a crystal. That was a green pendant. So we'll see what Sahahaha has for us today.
Yahaha.
Yahaha. You found me.
Grab this purple chest.
Oh, man.
Freaking beetle, get out of here.
Cannot do the hammer pegs, because in order to do the hammer pegs, you need a hammer.
Our tracker has confirmed with us that there will be an item in that big chest of Thieves Town, which does not bode well for Locke Cole Live, which is his Twitch name.
I'm sure it's fine. What could it possibly be?
It's probably the thing that
it's
going to be that ice rod, but Trinex is only going to appear like at Landmalos too. Because that can happen, because this is the boss shuffle. Woohoo!
Woo, so much fun! I love not knowing what I'm going to have to fight.
Let's recap a little bit. What does Locke need to do? He needs to go to Hobo. That's where our boots were. From there, he needs to go get the bow at Bonk Rocks. Then he needs to go up to Death Mountain to get the hammer from the old man and the lamp inside Spectacle Cave. I think those are the 4 things that he is missing.
Yeah, I don't know if he just forgot about Hobo or is
I think it was just a
decision to not.
It was definitely just a choice.
Yeah,
because he looked like he hesitated when he was checking Lake Hylia item. He's like,
it's just a weird thing to hesitate on in my just very strange. You're already up there. Just take a little. I mean, I know it does take some time to do, but I mean, when you have the flippers.
Here's the thing.
If he was fake flippering, maybe I'd understand, especially with Randomizer. But I don't know. When you have the flippers, it's a strange choice, in my opinion. So I don't know. I
mean, there's always the possibility you could find the mirror and then, but he doesn't have the hammer yet. If he has the hammer and mirror, he could just mirror outside of Hobo and check that on his way to Pod.
Yeah.
But that's a really interesting circumstance that.
I mean, he can get the hammer if he goes up to the mountain, which again, I'm surprised he hasn't done. He could get his lamp and hammer. Those aren't blocked by boots in any way, shape, or form. So it's, I don't know what's happening.
All All right, Teknolink having a little bit of trouble in that room, gonna come back, and when you're dealing with a Gibdo and a Hinox and all you have is a dinky little fighter sword, is kind of frustrating. And he's gonna need some more health because we have no idea what boss we're up against. If he runs into a Cold Stare, an Argus, a Trinex, he's not gonna have a good time. But I'm curious to see what we got. So far, we've seen Wyatt.
We have seen a blind and a moth.
Yeah. So there's still several enemies on the table.
Several enemies he can beat, several enemies he can't beat. So I'd say it's around 50-50 chance right now.
So the cool thing for Locke is he found the small key in the back of Escape. So he didn't have to spend time killing that Hinox to get a key, because he doesn't need a spare key, because he does need to go through that section. So that'll be just a nice little just awareness. There, Locke, I gave you something to be happy about. I'm happy that you did a thing that was very minor, but was nice to see. Now he can kill this Molder in one hit, as opposed to killing Hinox. And he did. Oh, okay, he did get it.
Yeah, he did. He's good.
Oh, yikes. We got more Hinoxes.
Oh my gosh, yes, please bomb them.
Here come the boys.
Whee! Oh Lord, they coming. He also got some shadows in here, too. I'm of the opinion that those shadows are one of the worst things in Randomizer. It's so just bleh.
They are particularly annoying, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot worse when you have like no health.
Damage, no health, or if it's like
damage tables
or something. Yeah. And they just pop out and you're like, hey, you're dead now. And you're like, what even just happened? Where did you come from? Who are you? All right, so let's see. Teknolink being a little wary of this little tiny hallway. Yeah.
And what do we got? It's Lamolas. All right. Nice. These are not the tools you really want to have for this fight, but
you have arrows. That's like the vanilla fight. This is more
There's
than
spikes
the vanilla
in this
fight.
room. There's spikes in this room.
So?
It's less than the vanilla.
Those spikes these spikes are very intimidating.
It's more in the wrong direction. Ooh. Okay, well, that's a good sign. Maybe.
I like to see that.
I mean, we do have to complete both Meyer and T-Rock. We don't know what the T-Rock medallion is, so that could be required for that. And if there's a Cold Stare somewhere, having both Bombos and Fire Rod's just a nice little boost of confidence.
Cushion. Yeah.
A little cushion.
A little cushion. I love using my Bombos as a cushion. It's very cozy. Oh, Locke diving in here without a bow. Not gonna get much more than Teknolink already has. I don't even think there was anything in here, so this is unfortunately just kind of a time sink right now.
Yeah.
Locke really just likes his pendant dungeons right now.
It's definitely a case of Pendant Eastern is like, let's do it now because I'm just never gonna do it otherwise. But usually you'd see it earlier, even earlier in the seed, as opposed to 36 minutes in. Doing it now is kind of strange, as you said.
Oh, I guess, yeah. Eastern Palace isn't bow locked in Randomizer. That's true. That's a fact. He could maybe beat this.
All right, well, Teknolink takes down the Land Molas at Palace of Darkness, gets their first crystal. Locke, be careful of that chain chomp.
I know. I was like, is Locke gonna run into this guy too? I thought he was gonna claim 2 lives today. That chomp was gonna be an MVP.
Now that blue mail coming into play for Locke over here. I think the only other item I remember here that was even worth noting was, I think, just a heart container, which at this point you want more. More!
Want more.
Yeah, at this point, ooh, Ice Rod. Okay, that's really good.
So, most people are like, oh, the Ice Rod, man. But with Randomizer, it's kind of a nice, like, breath, sigh of relief in case you run into... I've never heard of
these people. I've never heard someone say, Ice Rod.
Like, I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, the Ice Rod, man. Like, especially, I don't know. Maybe I don't know what I'm saying. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know.
I've heard of the shovel or the book, but
I guess I'm more talking about if it's like a pendant ice rod or something.
Pendant ice rod.
A pendant ice rod. A pendant turtle rock. Words are so hard. I can't blame it on my coffee. My coffee's gone now. A pendant turtle rock. That's when someone would be like, "Oh, ice rod." But
oh my god, look at this entourage in here.
Barracks. Oh
Thank
my
gosh.
goodness.
Locke has that bombos, because otherwise this room would be kind of frustrating.
So both of my teammates have had the barracks in this room. Fantalis also had a room very, very similar to that was just
That's
like
awesome.
the squad. Yeah.
It's great.
It's pretty great.
So
But, yeah.
I'm assuming there's no items here, and so Locke might just be going for pedestal?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, he beat thieves.
He still hasn't been up the mountain. Hey!
Ooh, hook shot. There's a nice find. So hey, you were right. As far as we know,
I was right.
that pod was the right play.
And I also said hookshot was going to be in here. That was my full call.
What else you got, Chels? What's next? Keep it rolling.
Samaria on pedestal? I don't know, man. That's all I got. I only got one per game.
Book. There's your Oh, there's another
Oh, well, see ya.
See you later.
If only he'd had that hammer and gone to pod. So yeah, I don't know why Locke hasn't been up the mountain yet. I think maybe now he's finally heading up there. I guess it's because he doesn't have like the hook shot or the mirror, so making that play is like, it's only a couple checks. What could go wrong?
And the mushroom? Jeez,
Oh, wow.
This pod was
That was
loaded.
a stacked pod.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, for Locke's sake, going up to
Boy.
Death Mountain for just 2 checks seems kind of eh. Especially because this one's to him, not in logic.
I
But,
wonder if... Oh, no. I wonder if he's going to get this hammer and then just be like, bye, lamp. Which is fine. It's not a big deal. He doesn't need it.
Yeah, I gotta assume he's probably feeling behind after that Eastern play, so he might opt to just take that hammer immediately over to something.
Just something.
Where would you go with that? I guess hammer pegs. Yeah,
or hammer pegs, I guess. But I would...
I guess, yeah, he could just flute to 5 and do that.
So he won't be too behind Teknolink. Teknolink, being smart, saving his mushroom.
.oops is the file name.
Yep.
Teknolink confirmed using save states. That is... I'm gonna have to get a console in on this one. No. Yeah, he's resetting so he can have his mushroom in case he wants to fake powder later if he finds Samaria. Here's the other thing. We're 40 minutes in, and Locke has been 30 minutes out of
not having
not having the boots. So
so every minute that passes, that's like another second of time loss. Probably more.
So many seconds. That's
like 30 seconds.
Yeah,
seeing that lamp, I'm gonna have to assume he's gonna grab that. Yeah, it's just some people don't. A lot of people don't need the lamp, but I mean, it is. If you find it, you might as well have it. It makes the dark rooms easier.
And especially in Randomizer, because those dark rooms.
Oh yeah.
You never know if there's a Lionel hidden in the bushes somewhere.
So Teknolink taking his hookshot, going over to Eastern Death Mountain. We'll see what kind of goodies lay hidden here. Now I'm agreeing with the bug net. Now I'm agreeing with Willard that Ice Palace is probably a decent play to make.
Well, I feel like it's good now, especially because we've seen both Fire Rod and Bombos.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, hey, you should maybe go here. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, Teknolink hasn't found that yet, but I'm assuming he'll go to Village soon.
Drop a bomb. It's like, no. You get back over here and hitting the Hinox back into the bomb. It's great.
Locke grabbing a potion.
Teknolink finding another bottle. So that's the 2 and a sword. So that could be Locke's tempered sword as soon as he goes to pod if he's heading there next.
Yeah, I'm wondering why he's stocking up. Is he going to Ice Palace? He's going to Ice Palace. That's what I was worried about.
If there's any time to check Hobo, it's right now for Locke.
Oh, please,
there's no
Locke.
other time, but he's not going to do it.
Willard, I think he's maybe forgotten. Oh yeah, he doesn't have the bow, duh. That's why he's not going to pod. Oh. I thought maybe he was getting the potion so he could do the potion glitch in pod.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
No, he was getting a potion so he can
go in
kill
this
some Freezors.
All right. Well. Okay.
I mean, here's
It's
the thing. There's still a chance that boots aren't required, and Locke finds the other bow somewhere in the seed, and he'll be fine. It's not over yet, but it is kind of looking a little grim currently.
Yeah, I mean, every moment that he doesn't go to get the boots, like, it's just that other, like, you don't know if you're gonna need them or not. It's just
Hey, Bob.
with a blue potion.
Yeah, and especially because of what we saw in Palace of Darkness, like
it was
the lack of bows is going to make him continue to put it off, and Teknolink's just going to continue this chain and see what he can find over here. Yeah, like, well, that hookshot plus hammer leads up to Tower of Hera, and we could continue to find progression in here. At this point, though, we're just looking for whatever medallion we need for T-Rock, which we might see soon after he's done over here. We need Cane of Samaria, and yeah, that's it. Hopefully we won't need that mirror, if assuming Swamp or those mirror checks aren't required.
Yeah, I wonder that mirror is staying hidden. Could very well, because Swamp Palace is a pendant. Wait, what? Did I miss something, or are you just talking about this room? Oh. Yeah,
Teknolink found Ether here, so that's the next piece of the puzzle. Which allows him to get into Mire. Now we know where two of our medallions are, so if T-Rock ends up being Bombos or Ether, if it's Ether, that's good for Teknolink. If it's Bombos, it's good for Locke.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, Bombos was on that green pendant, which really wasn't too bad to go acquire. Like, that takes no time at all, compared to, like, a Vanilla Thieves. Or a non-Randomizer Thieves, I guess is a better way to put it. If it's Quake, it's good for chat.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, what if it's Quake?
Very true. Alright, what else do we got here in the Ice Palace? There's a small key. Locke's gonna be able to backtrack and go do the right side.
That's nice. If you can't do Icebreaker, that is kind of what you want to see. That's the next best thing. Is just getting that key.
I feel like people are so used to just like mirroring or death warping out of the basement of Hera that they always mess up the switches when trying to get back.
Yeah.
Which we saw on Teknolink's side. I've done it too. It's really easy to do.
Yeah, because you're like, wait, does it need to be up or down right now? What do I do?
Is it orange or blue? Which one?
Which one do I run into first?
Locke grabbing all them green rupees. Needs every single one of them.
Every single one, so he can
another key.
Go to Zora and get whatever the heck Teknolink got. I don't remember.
The heart piece for Big 20.
Yeah.
Hi,
There's
Vanilla.
the big key. So now Locke will be able. I think that's where it had to be. I don't think Big Key can be in Ice Tea Room. I think don't quote me on that. It can be.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I just don't very often see it then.
All right. Anything else in here? We got a heart piece, so Ice Palace not really looking too hot, but we still have 3 more
Ice
chests.
Palace, that's why it's probably not looking too hot, Willard.
We have 2 chests and then the boss, Chelsea.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I heard you.
It's very cold. It's very cold. You didn't laugh. I was sad.
Listen,
I thought it was funny.
You think I'm gonna laugh at something that simple?
Yes.
Minded.
Yep. Hey, there's our last sword.
There's all of them. So
whatever this boss
Link has to get the one here and the one in Skull Woods, while Locke needs to get the one at Paradox Cave.
Needs.
What
about the fantasy points, Willard?
I don't give a gnaw about no fantasy points.
Oh gosh, Locke's gonna have to be careful. He's getting a little bullied.
Yeah, he's got to be quick.
Skip an Ice Tea Room. So we'll see what he may have gotten all 3 items already. Oh, we got
another blind and a vanilla Moldor.
Getting so lucky. We've seen one bad boss.
Yeah, just the Trinex.
Just the Trinex so far.
Oh, jeez, Locke.
Yeah,
Why you gotta
he's
play
just
like
gonna
that.
burn
I mean, he could take one hit, so it was fine.
Yeah.
Look at these dodges. These are great.
You got dinked away. We got some synced up crystal grabbing. Teknolink getting his second crystal. Locke also getting his second crystal.
Yeah, so crystal-wise, we are tied up.
Very, very, very curious to see what this medallion is on Terror. Because even though the Thieves Town boss is... Yeah, I don't think he checked either tablet yet. Did he?
No, he did.
No?
This is
Yes,
Spike
he did?
Cave. Yeah.
Alright.
He sure did. It was like bombs
Never
or
mind.
something.
I'm never gonna find out what that Turtle medallion is.
He's gonna go do Spike Cave, save and quit, and then head back over to East.
I know.
And where is Locke off to next? He's kind of running out of good plays, so this is looking like a pod play.
Okay, this is fine. Kind of. He can use his potion for a potion glitch. So he'll get the items he needs, but that's gonna stray him further away from getting a bow and the boots. The boots and then the bow, actually.
Unfortunately, he's gonna end up having to double dip.
And he'll have to double dip, unlike Teknolink that was able to finish it, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this is fine, but also not fine.
Oh, chat makes up a pretty good point there, Chelsea. This is Randomizer, so we won't really need that bow or a potion glitch to do the right side.
I always forget about Randomizer.
That's what mode we're playing this week.
I know. I didn't play this week. Video games are hard.
Mm-hmm. That's why we play Animal Crossing.
Yep. I can't wait. The whole reason I said I didn't want to play this week was because I didn't want to mess with Randomizer. I can't wait for Randomizer in the mystery race.
Yeah, it sure was fun yesterday when we did that scrimmage. It was good.
It was a good scrimmage.
It was so good. Many Argus.
Many Argus.
So many. So we got what? Ice Rod, Hookshot, Book, Mushroom. I think those were the 4 main items here in Palace of Darkness. And Locke will be able to get all of them. So yeah, if Dark Death Mountain has like a bow or whatnot, I guess Book does also open up that Desert Palace, so we could find out if that's boots locked right away. And if it is, then that's probably curtains for our old pal Locke over there.
Pal. Yeah, I'm... The lack of bow is still spooking me, too.
It's kind of unfortunate to make one decision like that and, like, let's assume he forgot, and, like, that's just it. Like, there's like, already basically lost the game from the get-go. And, it's kind of an unfortunate scenario. So let's hope he didn't forget. This has just been a calculated risk that is obviously not paying off.
It is Bombos. Okay. That's
okay, Locke's back in.
That's a step in the right direction. Cool. It is a easy thing to get.
Bias.
No, it's not bias. I want to see a good race. You're so...
I'm just kidding, dude.
Are you? Are you really? You sound really serious.
I am very serious.
You are the most serious human I have ever met. This Armos is being a big old meanie head.
There you
go. Don't say what.
Don't say it.
No, I don't. Don't say what. I don't know what. What would I say? I have never said anything awful in my life. Ooh, there's our Samaria. So
that's potentially go mode.
Well, it's definitely not go mode. He doesn't have his fire rod still.
No, I mean just in general.
Like, for us, we're in go mode. We're in go mode. Hell yeah. Oh, dang it.
You can say hell. It's fine.
Can I? Okay, I guess we. Yeah. I'm scared. I can't say words. I forget that there are areas.
Wow, 52 minutes in, we know all the items that we need and their locations. I guess the only thing we're looking for really now would be that second bow for Locke over here, and it ends up being in GT, where those boots are required to beat Desert Palace, then... Well, that's a oof right there.
Yeah.
Oof.
What? I'm not gonna question what just happened there. I'm just gonna accept what that was.
Moment of truth. Here's the thing, though. That Bombos, which was at Sahasrara off the green pendant, not going to be that hard of a thing to acquire, but Teknolink more than likely going to full clear all of Thieves Town, maybe? Looking for that Bombos. So right now, Locke is okay. But we're going to find out real soon if he's less than okay. Not okay. There we go. Chelsea's holding her breath for her teammate. Wait. The big key's in the chest. It's technically still boots locked, but potentially not boots required. Wait for it.
I'm fine. This is fine.
Oh, that's a boots locked desert right there. So Locke is going to have to find it in his heart to tell his brain to remember that he skipped the
Find
hobo.
it in his heart to give his brain the signal. This is an anatomy lesson by Willard.
All right, Chelsea, let's do a quick recap. Go.
All right. Oh, I'm doing the recap? Okay.
Yeah.
So, Locke, my good friend, he needs to get over to the hobo because that is where our boots are hiding, which will lead him to Bonk Rocks, which has the bow. Teknolink needs to get the fire rod out of Village of Outcasts, I think, or where
Yeah, it was off the blacksmith.
Yeah. Okay. Just gonna have to turn in the smithy. But otherwise, Teknolink is good to go. He also needs. Oh no, he needs Bombos as well. So he is gonna need to go into Thieves Town, make that Thieves Town call, and go in there. So I mean, this gives Locke some time to get over to the hobo. Mirror not required as far as I can tell. So that's interesting. It's probably in GT.
I mean, here's the thing for Locke, is with this hook shot, he'll go to East Death Mountain. He'll go take his hammer up to Tower of Hera. He'll get his ether, then he'll get his Samaria out of Hookshot Cave. So he'll very likely then go ahead and do all of T-Rock, do all of Meyer, before ever considering... Like, he's going to last location these boots at this point.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it.
Yeah. I'm curious about why Locke didn't get the mushroom. I mean, it's not required, but yeah, he just saved and
Yeah,
put
why
out of
did... He must have miscounted then.
it. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, he got the important stuff out of there.
Yeah,
so
and it didn't have
I'm not
anything,
worried.
So. But that, I don't know, Chelsea. That doesn't bode too well for Mystery Week.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I'm calm, cool, and collected. I have all the faith in my teammate. He's gonna be able to clear out Turtle Rock, funny enough, because he'll get his Samaria out of Hookshot Cave and probably dive right in there. So
Yeah, and
I mean, nothing's gonna be in there.
Gold sword as well.
Mm.
He could find that other bow.
He sure could.
Which would allow him to go finish pod. Get another crystal there. But
he still needs those boots.
Ooh, Cold Stare. Can't beat it. Doesn't have Fire Rod or Bombos, so that is a little bit of a time loss for Teknolink. I'm excited because, it's Randomizer. This is just how it is, so. This isn't me directly laughing at Teknolink. I am laughing at the concept of getting bodied by Randomizer in general.
Yep. Locke using his last bomb to do this bomb.
I'm gonna laugh my way over to the kitchen and get some more coffee. So
All right. I'm alone. Willard's abandoned me. Teknolink deciding to hop into Meyer. I'm very shocked that he hasn't dipped over into Village of Outcasts or Skull Woods or anything yet. That's an interesting decision to me. That's one of those places that you kind of go very early on after getting Dark World access. He was a little later on the Dark World access, so I don't know if maybe he's feeling a little behind, so he feels like he has to make these plays. I'm not sure. Locke gonna be making his way into Hera. Gonna be grabbing his ether, and then he will also have Meyer in the works. He's gonna be besides having the bow and the boots, like he's going to be able to still make progress, which is actually very, very impressive. Just on the seed side, like the fact that you can still kind of get through all of this without having these things, like nothing important was locked behind that bow, is pretty good because Locke's still able to make progress, really. The thing I'm concerned about right now is Teknolink is gonna hit go mode and be able to go mode a lot of these dungeons that Locke is full clearing. So, Bo is behind Bonk Rocks, and our boots are on Hobo. And yes, Locke can kill any boss that comes his way, which is kind of funny considering his inventory space does look a little low. He is gonna Harapot. Is that right? No, I was a little off. Welcome back, Willard.
Hey.
Hey. I gave out some really important information while you were gone. Yeah.
It's good.
So we'll see. Yeah, I don't...
This switch in Mire is such a pain, because if you're in iframes, you just can't touch that switch to actually bring the chest up, and it's a real pain in the arse. I
hate that room in all dungeons. That is my least favorite room in all dungeons. Of all the rooms to hate in all dungeons, that's the one I hate. Because how it goes completely determines how the rest of Mire will go. And it's such an important, like, split, because so much happens. Anyways, that's my all dungeon talk. Do all dungeons, it's fun. What did that tile just do?
Yeah, it's freaking out. It's kind of like the same if you do the whole cape in tile room in GT. That sometimes the tiles will like fling off of your invisible body and go the opposite direction. It's pretty silly.
It's a silly game.
So you were talking about Teknolink potentially getting to go mode stuff. I guess it kind of comes down to, gotta be careful, down to one heart. Because I could see Teknolink getting the Fire Rod and then skipping Bombos and doing all of Ice Palace and doing all of Skull Woods.
The Bombos medallion is a big... So the two big, like, kahunas right now on which way the seed goes is going to be Bombos and Boots. Boots for Locke, Bombos for Teknolink. So whoever finds that item first is in a very, very good spot. Right now, I still think it's pretty up in the air. Ooh, especially with Teknolink taking a very unfortunate death. Oh. Anyways.
Anyways. The thing is, like, at most, Teknolink's gonna be able to go mode T-Rock and potentially just never touch Swamp, while Locke's gonna only get to skip, like, right side desert.
Ooh, I just thought of a thing.
Uh-oh.
If Mir is in Turtle Rock, that's bad. That's bad.
That's pretty bad.
That's not good. That's not
good. Here is the other thing, though. If Mir is in Turtle Rock and Locke... If Mir and Bo are in Turtle Rock and Locke goes to do Pyramid Fairy, he might stop off at the Hobo afterwards. We're really stretching it. We're
really... If he was gonna do Hobo, I feel like he should have done it. He is isolating that guy. Like, I don't know. I truly think he's just completely written it off or forgotten about it, or I don't know when we're gonna see Hobo. I really don't. Maybe like a spark, a little like thought bubble will pop into his head like, oh yeah, I haven't done Hobo. Maybe because I've had the flippers for an hour, I should do that. We got the double Moldorm action right now in two completely different dungeons. Locke able to take this Moldorm down a little quicker. But we got a Moldorm party going on the screen.
Yahoo! And maps on both sides.
So, Willard.
Yes.
That is our second boss that we've seen duplicates of.
Yes.
So that means there is one more boss.
Yes.
That there can be doubles of. So you can use that knowledge and kind of like start thinking. I mean, it doesn't really matter for Locke. Locke's got it in the bag, item-wise. But if Teknolink ran into a Trinex there, that would have been bad news.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you already had to bail out of Desert because he didn't have the means to kill Cold Stare. Of course, Locke did earlier run into a Trinex at Eastern Palace. So, but as you were saying, there's still another opportunity for a boss to duplicate. We've seen 2 Moldarns, we've seen 2 Blinds. We could see a second Trinex. We still have yet to see Armos Knights or Vitreous.
Yep.
I think those are the only other
Argus.
2 that we... Or Argus, yeah, that's true.
It's okay, I forget about Argus all the time, too.
Oh, I wish I could forget about him, but he was everywhere yesterday in that season.
So yeah, I can't imagine Locke not going up into Turtle Rock when he sees the Medallion's Bombos. So we'll see what happens. I want to see him find... I think the better choice here is for nothing to be in here and have him just full clear it, get the crystal, but find nothing. Like, that is the best option here.
I think if he at least finds the bow, I think...
but he'll still, like, be like, all right, all I need is boots, and I don't even think I might not even need that.
Well,
he might start... That's
fine, he'll find that out, but then, you know, if boots are his go mode, then at least it saves him time checking the boot spots, which, you know, is only 2 chests, but still.
It's like, it's not that much, and one of the... I mean,
but that's still time. That's still time he gets to save.
You're right.
And he's running out of it.
You're not wrong.
I'm getting mad.
Running out of it.
We found the powder here in Misermire, and now Teknolink can go check that.
Yeah, so Locke is now going to get his Samaria out of Hookshot Cave, hopefully. I don't want to jinx him. I said he was going to go to the hobo, and then he didn't.
Here's the downside. Because of the way Locke routed this, he's going to have to save and quit and go all the way back around to go to T-Rock. So,
yeah, maybe
which I don't blame him.
T-Rock that's kept me out of T-Rock before.
Well, he has a good excuse to just go do Mire instead, because I know he'd probably would rather go mode T-Rock. But he might walk over. He needs to check the.
That way he'll know. Yeah. So we'll see what he does here.
Yeah.
Maybe that light bulb will go off. No, he's doing Spike Cave. And then the light bulb will go off.
The other thing to point out is the bit of a sword difference here, of course. If Teknolink gets to go mode Ice, very likely going to miss that sword in the big chest. And if Teknolink gets to go mode Skull Woods, very likely going to miss that sword in the front of Skull Woods.
Yeah, so execution could actually matter here. GT could be filled with some mean people. You got the ice arena, you got the shooter arena, you got the Molnorm gonna knock you into the pit 8 times arena. So if there's some unfortunate bosses are there, a sword difference can make or break how you survive.
For sure. We did see Magic Bat holding onto the red mail, so execution's gonna be, or it's going to be a little bit easier to not die over on Teknolink's side, even with like a lower sword item, just because his defense just got boosted out the wazoo, which is, I think, the technical terms that they use to describe how mail upgrades work in this game. All right, Locke about to get the bad news. Bears about Desert Palace.
Yep. I'm sending brainwaves to him. Go to Hobo. Just do it. He'll probably go to Mire after this, but...
The other thing is...
Go to Hobo.
Did Locke do the front of Escape? Did he already do that?
Yeah, he did that already.
Okay. So does he have any Light World spots left?
I don't...
Outside of Mirlock stuff?
So... I can't think of any. The mushroom that he didn't pick up, I guess. Alright, so here's the bad news. Yep, Locke, you need the boots. You're not in go mode yet. Obviously, you don't have the bow either, so you're definitely not in go mode. It's just, it's such a sad little thing. Like, if Locke had just gone up to Hobo, he would be in such a good spot right now.
Here's another thing to consider right now. If Teknolink does the Smith Chain over doing Thieves Down, we'll get Bombos, which likely would send him into Ice Palace, maybe even send him into Tor Rock without the Fire Rod. Or the reverse of that is he could get the Fire Rod, go full clear Ice Palace, but then he'd once again still run out of stuff to do before having to go get that Bombos.
Yeah. So if I was Teknolink, I would not want to do Smith Chain. I'd actually, I'm me, I don't like doing Smith Chain.
If you're you...
I do not like doing Smith Chain without the mirror. I don't like any of it. It's such a pain. You have to save and quit. It's not the end of the world, but it's not as simple as if you have the mirror. So if I don't have the mirror, it's actually one of the last things that I'll check. So Teknolink is gonna get his bombos, which may be a bad thing if he doesn't do Smith Chain after this.
I think my teammate is writing some notes down.
Yeah.
Chelsea doesn't have mirror.
No mirror.
Yeah, well, I know all I have to do is go straight to Hobo.
Yeah, apparently Locke doesn't like Hobo.
I'm just in there. I really hope it's not like an actual goof and it's just been a decision, but...
Yeah, I hope so too. I hope that he hasn't forgotten. Because if it's a decision,
it just kind of feels bad.
Yeah, he will eventually make it over there if it has been a decision. And once he runs out of options, he'll be like, okay, I guess I'll go see what this Hobo has.
Because, I mean, there's still that very slim possibility that it's like, if Hobo has it, I already lost. I'm just never going to go there.
Yeah.
Usually you'll say that more so about, like, an entire pendant dungeon. Like, oh, if there's something in Pendant Eastern, and I'm just never going to go there, and just write it off and just, like, stick to that for the rest of the seed. And that just happens to be the wrong play. We've all done it, for sure.
We've all done it. I've also seen it work before.
Mm-hmm.
So Teknolink is going to be taking down this Moth, putting him another step closer to that go mode whenever he turns that pendant in.
I wonder if we'll see him go back in, or if he's going to go turn that in right away.
I'm not sure. That's a decision, like, I feel like could go either way. Well, I guess we'll find out. There's his pendant.
Yeah, moment of truth. You know, if I was Teknolink, I'd just go ahead and grab the Smith at this point, too.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have to stay and quit with it anyway. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, but that's because we know what the answer is. So yeah, he's going back in.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We also will be able to see what is in that chest. We know that it can't be anything too important. Maybe it's that second bow, though.
Mm-hmm. Could be. Could be, I guess, Quake. We haven't seen that yet. Could be the shovel. Could be the red boomerang. Could be the mirror. Oh.
Oh.
I mean, if you're cheering for Locke, you kind of want something. If the mirror shows up, or even just like a fetch quest item, that would be good for Locke because it gives Teknolink some more time to waste doing unnecessary things.
Yeah, I don't know. Watching this is so interesting.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
Because it's two very different scenarios that can, like, if you're cheering for the other person, you want them to find something good. Like, quote
Find
unquote,
the mirror, do it.
Good. Quote unquote good. It's interesting. It's usually the other way around. So yeah, Locke making his way through Mire. I don't know, man.
When's I know we got Mystery Week next week. When's Boots Start Week? Is that the next one afterwards?
Is that a thing? Do we have a Boots Start Week? I don't think we do, right? Oh, okay. I was like,
I wish.
Why don't we? You made me question it. I'm like, have I not read the weeks too well?
All right, guys, we're swapping out Cross Keys Week for Boot Start Cross Keys Week.
I think every week.
Can we just upgrade Cross Keys Week to Boot Start? Where's Fear Agent?
I like Cross Keys.
I do too. No, I'm saying we just add boots to the start of it.
Oh.
That's it.
I think every week should have been a Boot Start week. Every week. I mean, that's basically what Ambrosia was, but...
I can give... no.
I can give myself boots. Just every... Why does Willard have boots? Where did he get those? He'll, like, go through a dark room and be like, oh, I've had them the whole time.
Wow, I found them in this dark cave.
Weird.
Magically.
They were just sitting in the cave that I saved the old man in. Weird.
Spooky.
Spooky stuff.
Just a heart piece in this big chest, so Teknolink is not going to get led astray with a mirror or some other random item. So
yeah, shenanigans.
Good. It's good to see. There's the
that
blue
other
boomerang. All right, well, where are we at after this? Locke is going to be at 4 crystals. Teknolink taking a Death Warp out of here. So Locke in the lead crystal-wise. And I think Locke is, despite not having the boots for this long, has made up a lot of time with just, slightly better execution. Teknolink has had a few unfortunate deaths and just a little bit of struggles here and there with certain rooms and certain enemy patterns.
Teknolink is going to be grabbing the smithy, though. So this could be his go mode. And it may be the final nail in the coffin, depending on where Locke heads right now.
The funny thing is, I could easily see Teknolink get the fire rod and then just skip
and
turning
then
the
just
green
not
pendant.
turn in.
I've seen that happen so many times. It's like, I got the green pendant. Well,
he
see
might,
ya.
well, he might, yeah, just go up to Skull Woods first. Yeah. Oh! Oh no, he has to grab the smith dude. For some reason, I thought he already had him. I was like, where's he going?
But yeah, looks like he will get his fire rod. Has he not been down here yet?
Yeah, I guess he hasn't been down here yet.
I think he went straight to Hype Cave and then went up to Pyramid.
Yeah, he did the thing that I said I was going to do. I would do. So Locke is going to Turtle Rock. Again, he needs to do this anyways. The difference between a Go Mode Turtle Rock and a non-Go Mode Turtle Rock, not that big of difference. I really don't want to see anything in here. For Locke's sake. Not my own, clearly. Purely
at this
Locke's
point,
sake.
It's whatever items that are left in this game are either in here or they're in GT. I think that's pretty much all. Or Swamp. They could still be in Swamp, but obviously Mirror can't be in there. So Mirror is either going to be in here or it's going to be in Ganon's Tower. And obviously we don't want to see a Mirror for Locke. There were 2 frogs on Teknolink's stream.
I know. There was a frog in the bush.
Oh, that wacky Randomizer. That's one of the worst things when you have Randomizer and like the enemies do ridiculous damage, and you're like just trying to get the item at Maze Race south of Kakariko, but every like second or third bush you slash has a guard in it that one shots you. It's terrible. Who thought that was a good idea? Vitor.
That's what I say. That's what I say with any Randomizer. Who thought this was a good idea? Who decided that this was fun?
Well, that could be worse.
Shovel.
Could be worse.
All right, my hope is that Teknolink gets distracted by the fire rod.
Bias.
Listen.
You're not even trying anymore.
Of course I'm not. I'm stressed. I'm stressing out, dude. Some mean placements of enemies here. Alright, Teknolink gonna be getting his fire rod. What are you doing with it, Teknolink? Where are you going?
So he knows he still needs that Bombos for T-Rock, but he now has access to 2 crystal dungeons that he can go clear. So I don't blame him for being like, well, let's go do some crystal dungeons. Might as well.
Yeah.
But let's see what his actions are here. I can only assume he's going to be going north. He will get his Tempered Sword out of the front, which is pretty nice.
Yeah. I'm shaking in my metaphorical boots that Locke doesn't have. I'm wondering what he will do after Turtle Rock. What his mind, where his mind is out.
Well, we still have 4 items left in here.
Yeah.
4 possibilities of finding that mirror. He'll probably go check Shovel, like, right away.
Most likely. I wouldn't be surprised. And maybe when he goes to check the shovel, he'll be like, oh, wait, shovel, that reminds me of hobos. Hobos dig things with shovels. Right?
Do they?
I don't know.
I think that's...
Why would they not?
I think that's Gravediggers. Close!
Dompe!
Dompe.
Calling Dompe a hobo.
Is it Dompe or Dampe?
I've always called him Dompe.
I've always called him Dampe. But then I think of the word damp, and then all of a sudden I just feel uncomfortable.
I like my version better.
Dompe.
Dompe. Dampy.
Chaudet.
Oh, humor.
All right, well, what else we got in here? other than a big yellow spike, a Hinox, holding that key, a laser to the face. Locke's got everything. He's doing all the funnies.
All the funs. $20. That's good. I like seeing that.
Why is that, Chelsea?
Because I like money.
No, I mean it's actually fair. We don't want to see Mirror in here because we want the race to be close. We want it to be close and interesting. And if Locke finds the mirror, he's gonna go the wrong way.
He's gonna go all over the place. He's gonna go swamp. He's gonna go everywhere.
It kind of is unfortunate because we've just spent this entire seed like, when will Locke do the thing? And it gets obviously kind of redundant after a while.
Yeah.
But I have to ask, Locke,
when you gonna do?
Do that thing, eh? Sometimes.
Yeah. You gonna go ahead and do that thing? Can't believe he just didn't know where the item was.
I don't understand. I mean, isn't the point of a randomizer to go to the place with the thing?
Yeah. I don't understand. Someone please explain. It is too much for me for my little noggin to handle.
Locke, don't watch this one back. It's not worth it.
I'm gonna tell him, yeah, commentary was boring.
Yeah, don't do it.
Don't do it. Willard and I just weren't vibing today.
Chelsea snored the whole time.
Chelsea basically just slept. She didn't really do anything. Teknolink having a little bit of more trouble than Locke did, but making it through. That will be his 4th crystal. We'll see what he does after this. That is an interesting way to get through that room. This is a very interesting way. I've seen this way before. It is still interesting to me.
You know, if there's like a chain chomp over on the right side where one of the fire bars are, you know, it's not necessarily a bad thing to go that way. It's slower.
That's fair.
He could have grabbed the full magic refill over there as well, but he's gonna have to walk this one out. We got a map. We got
okay. So you see, he'll be able to do pod. I guess he's already full cleared it, so it's not really a big deal.
Hello, buddy.
I don't know.
Hey, this is good so far.
This is good because once he gets boots, he'll just bail.
Like I was saying, now boots will be his go mode, which means that he doesn't have to check those 2 boot spots, which is real nice.
It's so nice.
It's of all the scenarios to be put in for Locke, like this one's not that bad.
Yeah, and Teknolink not handing in his pendant yet, so this is still buying him a little time. Teknolink is gonna full clear Ice Palace just like Locke. So,
I mean, here's the thing. Like, what does Locke have left? He's gonna go full clear pod.
He's already full cleared it. He just needs to beat it.
He's gonna go beat pod. We got a vanilla Trinex. So there's 2 Trinexes in the seed. That is our other double enemy.
Cute.
Which allows us to kind of figure out, that means we just have a Vitreous, an Armos, and an Argus left in the seed. And one of them is going to be chilling in Swamp, which we're never going to see. So the other 2 are just going to be the ones up in GT.
Aren't there 3 bosses? Are we missing one? We haven't seen a Helmasaur.
Helmasaur, yeah, okay. So Helmasaur at
I was like, that doesn't add up. That's
Argus
not how math works.
Landmolus 2, and Vanilla Ice Armos.
That's your
That's
hot
my
take?
call.
Okay. I'm kind of feeling, the Helmasaur at the top of GT, Vanilla Armos, and then Argus on Lemmo 2.
So here's the interesting thing. Locke is going to run out of stuff to do probably faster than Teknolink can get Bombos and beat T-Rock.
I also agree. But it's
at this
the
rate,
fact of, is he going to remember that he hasn't done Hobo yet? That is the question of the hour.
He still has to avoid the mirror, which could be at Pyramid Fairy, which he's going to unlock once he finishes pod.
I'm at this point, we have to hope, if you're a Locke fan, you have to hope that mirror is in GT and is just unattainable.
Or
no,
that's basically it. We've seen
these
everything
dead
else.
rocks are not nice. Making it getting over the 2 icebreaker. kind of not fun.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, look at what's happening. Get out of the way. Go.
The funny thing is, generally there's no enemies that can ever spawn in this room, but because it's Randomizer, there's always a chance that a wall master can spawn here.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so what Teknolink needs to do is walk to the right, tap left once. Or... yeah.
There you go.
Or he can just do some inputs and just figure it out.
And just kind of walk through. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there, but it worked. I'm not questioning it.
As far as I know, I have like a way of doing it, and that was not the way, but it worked. And I'm like, okay, well, this is just Haripot Part 2, where there's just a million ways.
Every time I see it done, I'm like, yep, that's another way that people do it, and it's not the way I do it.
I do love the muscle memory of pulling the tongue, which you don't have to do if you're going through this way. But yeah, Icebreaker, it's relatively new still, but it is totally allowed and totally cool, because Ice Palace is a bad dungeon, and
no one wants to do it.
Them folks breaking this game apart are finding cool ways to make this dungeon less bad.
Yeah, when Locke's done with this, what is he gonna do?
He's gonna do Pyramid Fairy.
Yeah.
And he's gonna do Aga for fun.
Please don't.
And he's gonna spin around in circles.
That's what I would do. When I run out of stuff, I'm like, do donuts. Have a mental breakdown. He might even eat a taco.
Ooh. Alright, well, Teknolink. Did Teknolink skip?
He skipped front of Skull Woods, I guess.
Yeah, it looks like it.
I was wondering why he only had Master. But now he's on his Tempered, so... The ground has been evened quite a significant amount.
I don't know, maybe he's like pseudo-go-moding these dungeons. Just skipping stuff, like trying to save time. I mean, here's the thing. Both these guys need one more item for go mode, and we're only at an hour and 25 minutes, which in an Randomizer seat is actually really not that bad. So...
yeah, I mean, this could have been super quick if either of these runners had just kind of like slightly modified their routing. But I mean, that's just how Rando goes, I guess. Locke just barely getting that Lambo before he goes back down. All right, buddy. You doing Pyramid Fairy. What do you do after that?
The last thing we want to see is Locke sit on his map screen or his menu screen. That's when you know that he's
something bad happened.
We've been spending this entire time thinking maybe this was a calculated risk. Maybe this was a play. Maybe this was just a decision. They didn't want to go there because it is kind of out of the way and kind of annoying to get to. But we'll find out relatively soon if that's the case or if Locke just done playing goof.
We're going to find out very quickly.
Oh, I just realized Teknolink still has to go beat Cold Stare at Desert, so...
He still has that. He still has to do Turtle Rock. He still needs to get his Bombos in general. Yeah. He might even
weird.
go
We've been spending this whole time like, man, there's no way Locke can win, but, you know, Locke's gonna end up running out of stuff to do very soon. So, like, he's gonna have to... He's just gonna even things up pretty quickly, especially since he's already done, like, T-Rock. And getting back to Desert with the boot, like, that's quick.
Well, and he has the... Oh, he doesn't have the mirror. Haha.
Well, not yet. He's about to get it.
Stop. You're giving me anxiety.
Hey, Locke. Remember this, but in the light world?
What's light world under here? Maybe walking across that bridge, he's like, I haven't seen this screen yet.
All right.
There's his Bomba. So Teknolink is in go mode. Slashing the Saha, he might feel pretty behind. But the fact of the matter is that Locke is right on his trail. If Locke has figured out after this... He's questioning if he's done the pyramid. I don't even know if he has. Catfish hasn't been done, I think, by either of these people.
Teknolink did Catfish. He did Pyramid Catfish, yeah.
Okay.
It was 300 rupees. All right, no mirror.
No mirror. Come on. That's
okay.
Fine. Locke, stop throwing your bottle in. What could you even want? Sure.
That's pretty nice.
Go to Hubbo.
Well, he's gonna go to Catfish for sure.
I know.
But then after that.
Yeah, and deboo.
I mean, here's the thing. All Locke has to do is remember, go get the boots, go straight to Desert. He still has to get the big key, which is on right side, and then kill a Cold Stare. Teknolink still has to go do all of T-Rock.
Yeah.
Hasn't seen any of it, and that's a pretty lengthy dungeon.
Yeah, he will be up on the mountain, though, already. It's gonna be close, I think.
If Locke immediately goes to Hobo.
Yes, he will be a little bit ahead, I think. Just a little.
He'll also have that gold sword different. The other thing is Teknolink might miss those silvers on Laser Bridge, depending on how he routes it. Because it was not vanilla big key.
Yeah.
So he'll skip that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yep, just $300. Come on, Locke. Please, please, please remember. Please. Please just think. Use your noggin. I believe in you. Yep, that's the correct one. Yeah, Just jump right into the water. Just splash. That's to the left.
Checking shovel.
That's shovel.
Checking the shovel. Yeah.
Oh, Willard. Hey, friend.
I'm just watching at this point.
I know. I mean, this is good for you. You have to be happy.
Dude, I'm just getting so much good information here.
He's thinking. He doesn't know. Maybe.
Okay, so Mirror is in GT.
Go to 8. That's not 8. He's checking powder.
Or pedestal. Why would he check pedestal, Will? He's checking powder. No, he can't be checking powder if he's going to the Dark World.
What is he doing?
Purple chest? No, did he do purple
He's already
chest?
done purple chest.
Bumper ledge?
Bumper ledge, I guess? Oh, no.
Yeah, that's the thing about skipping or missing a light world check. It's one of those checks that you definitely, in the back of your mind, thinking, oh yeah, I already did that. Yeah, I don't remember what he had, but I definitely did it.
That's right. That's where he got his first bottle.
Yeah, that was the fairy in a bottle. That's true.
Yeah, I think he has forgotten at this point. Yeah.
An hour and 30 leading up to this moment. And now we know for sure. But it's still not over.
It's not. It's absolutely not.
If he can remember, in the next, 2 minutes, I think.
Okay, now where's he going?
Thieves Town Big Chest. Oh, no.
Oh,
well, yeah, that's ripping. That's unfortunate. All right, well, we've seen basically everything. So yeah, for GT, like I said, I'm still expecting Helma to be up at Moldern 2. I want Argus. The funny thing about Argus, either at Landmolars 2 or Ice Armos, is that as soon as you kill all the Argy, the little ones, the doors will just open up.
Is that what they're actually called?
Yeah.
That's precious.
The doors will just open up because as soon as you finish that phase, Argus is, jumping up in the air off screen, and the game's like, oh yeah, you got everything, we're good.
Yeah, I learned that yesterday.
Open the doors!
It made me giggle. I was like, oh, I guess we're not killing Argus today. He gets to live. You lucky, lucky boss. Okay, so what if right after this, Locke remembers? What if?
What if?
Goes super, super, super fast. Just really, really fast.
I mean, he's going to be done here in 30 seconds, and then
Yeah.
he's gonna have to start really thinking.
Using his good old noggin. I do not think there's anything else after this. Like, he has to be expecting to see the boots right here. You don't go back here unless it's your last check. Come on. You can just think. Look at the map. Look at where you've been. That's... well, he's fluting. Is this it? That's not it.
Magic bat. He's gonna get his red mail.
Yeah.
Then he's gonna be out of stuff. Unless he didn't. Did he do Zora? I don't think he did, because he didn't have the rupees for it. He was like 58 rupees short.
Mm-hmm. Maybe when he goes to do Zora, he'll be like, wait a minute. He has to just think he did it, I guess? I don't know.
Yeah. It's like skipping Chicken Hut in Kakariko. It's like one of those things that you would never miss, like ever. Unless you some sort of distraction or something, and even maybe just checking, because normally I feel like if you're gonna route Lake Hylia, you'll go do Hobo and then check Lake Hylia on your way down to go to Zora. Maybe that's what Locke normally does, but this time he went from Ice Rock Cave to check Lake Hylia.
Yeah. Oh, he's going this way. Oh, Locke.
The Zora play.
Oh my god. Well, this is fine. Because after this, he'll have nothing else. This has gotta be the very last thing, other than the correct thing.
Yeah, Teknolink grabbing the small key from the Hinox, gonna be heading outside. I don't know if he'll risk. Nah, looks like he's gonna go ahead and go do the big chest.
I do. I'm a risky human. I don't go outside unless. I
mean, it's like a 3% chance that.
Yeah, it's very, very
Lava chest
rare,
and the big chest both have small keys.
Mm-hmm. And I don't think it did. Yeah, it just had bombs. Okay, Locke, what are you thinking? What'd you forget? What did you forget?
Oh, so I think the small key on Laser Bridge was the second chest.
I think so, yeah.
And then the bow was the third chest.
The third. Mm-hmm. So I don't think
kind of funny if Teknolink misses that bow just because it was one chest away.
Yeah.
Oh, it's right there.
Jump in the water. Jump in the water, Locke. Jump in the water. I think he's doing it.
Okay.
I think he's doing it.
I take it back. The other key was right there.
No,
so...
no, where are you going? No, Locke. Well, see ya. He's going to Eastern.
Well, why is he walking there?
I don't know.
Maybe he's having a good long think. Alright, well that is... I don't even think there was anything in Eastern left. I thought he got all 3 items.
I guess he didn't.
You just hate to see that.
Yeah, that sucks.
You hate to see a race decided like 10 minutes into it. It's kind of unfortunate.
Yeah, it's sad to see something like that happen. The real thing I'm sad about is that there's a possibility he's gonna forfeit and I'm gonna lose my fantasy points.
Yeah.
That's the saddest thing. This isn't even about the league anymore. My fantasy.
Anything but those.
No.
Alright, wow. Just gotta take down this quick Trinix, and then Teknolink gonna be heading into Ganon's Tower. Which is pretty... I don't know, Chelsea. That's pretty epic, dude.
Pretty epic?
Yeah.
Is that the word we're using for?
I mean, Ganon's Tower is pretty cool.
It is a cool place. Do you know what we can do in Ganon's Tower?
Open up
play a game.
I like games.
I like games. You want to play a game?
Okay.
Let's play a game.
So, chat, what do we got going on? We got 22 chests and/or item locations coming up in Ganon's Tower. We're looking for that Ganon's Tower big key. Get your guesses in chat, and I won't read them.
What is your guess, Willard?
I don't care. Just put it in Hope Room. I mean, at this point...
yeah, let's just get it over with.
The deed is done. The race is over. Let's just finish her. Finish her all right now.
Cut her off.
Let's just be done.
But what if Teknolink falls to Ganon like 8 times?
We don't do that. We don't talk about that. It's not a thing that we discuss. Oh, what if Teknolink kicks his council? Ha! We don't do that around here.
We don't do that around these pots.
Nope.
We're back in the barracks.
Somebody stop that there bot. Thank you, Chelsea.
You're welcome.
All right, we got on the right side. We got the. Honestly, that's really good to find in GT. We knew it was going to be in here, but now being able to actually utilize the mirror to its full potential is pretty nice.
Mm-hmm. I enjoy having a mirror, except for when it makes me go into swamp unnecessarily. So, big fan.
Now Teknolink could go to Swamp Palace.
Swamp Palace. So yeah, Locke will not be going into swamp. He will not be checking the pedestal. It's just not even a thing that can happen. So after this, maybe he'll remember and be able to get his boots. I'd like to at least see him find his boots and get up into GT.
Does Tranix even have an item here? I don't even know.
I don't know. I think Locke is just like grasping at straws. Like he has no clue what he's skipped. Like after this, he's got to be scared. Like, oh no, what did I do?
Oh, I did.
An item.
Oh wow!
Look at that.
All right, Chelsea, what chest number are we on now?
I don't know. I think he did DM, so that's 1, 2, 6, 7. No, 6. The 7 with the torch. Yeah.
All right,
math is easy.
I already knew the answer. I just wanted to see if you did.
You wanted to see me struggle? Think I'm paying attention? Look, where are you going now, buddy? You're always surprising me with these new checks.
Well, here's the thing. With Techno potentially taking this game, it's going to be a 2-0 for Will Pull Ped for food over But We're Buddies. Mm-hmm. And it's actually going to tie them up in the division overall. And based on, the scoring from the previous week, it's going to be a D rank for But We're Buddies. They're going to be dropping down a couple slots. So unfortunate for that team and whomever is on it.
Yeah, those poor souls.
Well, this has been a very interesting route from Teknolink. The right, left, right play.
Yeah.
I mean, generally, you want to try and avoid Ice Armos at all costs in Randomizer. So, but I would have at least gone... I mean, I feel like my usual left, right, left play, not left, full right. Nobody does that. That's stupid. Especially not in the Rando League. Hey, another green rupee. I feel like that would have been pretty good. Pretty good play.
Yeah, pretty good play.
Bomb strats here in GT. I don't see that very often. Potion strat. Cane strats.
All the strats.
Oh, Locke did forget about that mushroom in here, so he's going to get that, and then that's going to send him on a wild goose chase.
Just, more chases, more goose chases.
All right, still no big key. The hunt continues here in Ganon's Tower.
I was wrong a long time ago. I guess 12. I'm super out. This weird routing has messed me up. All right, Locke, get your mushroom. Turn your mushroom in.
This is what, 14 coming up?
Mm-hmm.
15?
It was 15. I don't know how to enter it in. What is it? Do you know what it is?
Key 15. I got it. Oh, I did the thing.
Yay. Look at all those winners.
Oh my god.
And by winners, I mean one. Only one person actually guessed 15.
Wowie.
Zowie. You got...
All right, now let's actually talk about the seed. Curious to see. This is Randomizer with enemy shuffle, obviously, so we're going to see a plethora of crazy, wild bosses going up here, up the gauntlet. We could also see the nice and comfy, just like nothing but popos all the way up. I've seen that before.
Nice and comfy, nothing but popos.
Got a Hinox, a couple crabs, we got a Ropa. Ooh, crab to the back of the head. You hate to see that happen.
Locke is checking the pedestal. Maybe? No. Did he just remember? I think he just remembered.
This is it.
This is it. Alright. He's gonna be sad.
Yeah, because it's like, I could have had this from the beginning. Because remember, our flippers were at Secret Passageway next to the uncle.
Yep.
Which
This isn't even...
I think Locke actually that was his second item overall in the game. After getting the whatever uncle had, so those bombs were immediately in logic or boots.
Yeah, this is gonna be a really sad realization for Locke. I feel really bad for him. There they are. All right,
That's go mode for Locke.
Locke.
An hour 44 minutes. A couple slashes while the bird arrives. He's going to be heading over to fight Cold Stare once he gets through and gets the big key here in Desert. While Teknolink making his way up GT. So far, the enemies haven't been too bad, honestly. These are all pretty straightforward. I guess the worst thing are the red berries, but, you know, Fire Rod one-shots them.
Yep. Or you can just use your sword slashes. Yeah, this has been a pretty nice gauntlet so far. Nothing too mean hanging out here. We'll see what happens in these next rooms. Oh, hey! Well, they're not oh no, those are popos.
Yeah.
They looked like ropas to my eyes for half a second. Wow, you called it. Look,
It's so
oops, all popos.
Look how comfy it is. Yay.
So comfy cozy. Yay.
All right, what do we got here?
It's
Vitrius. Oh yeah, I forgot he could still show up.
Our pal Viddy.
No
that's
silvers.
Gonna bonk him right into them. Yep.
Yeah, that's not a very. That's not a good bonk to make in this play.
Oh, and then just bonk right into the. Yep. I'm not meaning to laugh. It's just. Oh gosh.
Holy cow.
Holy moly! I've never seen a Viddy so mean.
Well, the thing is, the dash strat, I guess you usually use the cape to do the dash strat because you are always dealing with the Meyer soup. But with that not here, you know, then it's just all at the will of the game's hitboxes. So it's kind of weird that he was still getting hit despite dashing through. But then again, the big eyeball has a pretty
it's a large hitbox. Yeah, he's got a thick hitbox.
I don't know how many more potions Teknolink has. He might have purchased a couple more. I know he did get probably got a blue potion recently, but that might have been the one he just consumed. I have a little bit of trouble in this room, which I don't blame. This room kind of stinks when it's, you know, not Wizrobes and you can just do the normal Samaria strats.
Yeah, you tell that wall, Locke. Get him.
Alright, what do we got on the bridge? Really, literally nothing. Just one Ropa and an Anafairy. And then the other ones are stragglers. Wow, look at that. Super... Dude, this Randomizer's been, like, really comfy.
Super comfy. Just
I mean...
Nothing bad. Nothing bad can happen here.
Locke got you know, he left Eastern because he didn't have the ability to beat Trinex, and I think Teknolink had to leave Desert because he didn't have the ability to kill Colzer. That was it.
Yep.
Like that was like the worst thing of the boss shuffles, which is really bad.
Which with boss shuffle, that's really not that bad. There's a possibility for you to go into a dungeon. Nope, can't beat it. Go into a dungeon. Yep, still can't beat that. So, kind of a blessing.
All right, check a couple things up here. Remembering to grab that small key.
Locke has gotten his 7th crystal. He will make his way to GT. He will at least be in GT, which makes me feel better. That's, or at least like when I'm in a race, as long as I'm in GT, no matter what happens, like I'm like, all right, at least I didn't get blown out of the water.
I'm still just generally interested. Oh, yep. There's
Helmy.
Helmstar. I hate Helmstar here or at Molten 1.
Helmstar up here is just
it's just so
nice.
Busted.
Yup, because that can happen.
He would have been fine if he was holding away from the pit, but
yeah.
I would just use bombs.
Yeah.
Unless he's like up at the top.
In Randomizer, I use bombs on Helmasaur just because he is a not nice guy. Like any of these things can just kind of boop him around.
Well, the other problem I have about this boss being here is like, look at what is this nonsense? Like if Helma's standing over the hole, like the knockback from hitting him with the hammer is just not normal, and sometimes I feel like it doesn't actually even do damage. It's just, I don't know. I hate it. It's broken.
It's pretty broken.
But I mean, at this time, you know, Locke still has to go. If he goes Hope Room and then full left, he'll be able to make up some time here. And I'm gonna be honest, I've actually never seen Teknolink play, so I'm not exactly sure of you know, all of his capabilities. At least with like Silverless Cannon.
Right here, though. So we'll see. I can't see a scenario where this can go wrong, though.
Hopefully, Teknolink
like this is a lot of
makes the wise play and just gets Burna Cape out in this last room, because the last thing you want to do is get wall mastered right here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's the worst.
For whatever reason, wall masters do like to show up here. Doesn't look like there's going to be one in here, so he'll be fine.
There and the last room before Cold Stare in Ice Palace.
I've also seen one at Bob's chest in GT.
Oh, it's so mean.
It's just terrible, because he'll grab you while you're falling down the hole, depending on how you time it.
It was a nice little pattern right there. I was able to get at least a double. I think 2 of those hits did combine. Another double.
I kind of wish they would fix this fight for Randomizer.
Like have it be randomized?
No. If you hit Aga, he doesn't shoot. If you hit the real Aga, he doesn't fire. He just stops. And it's kind of a weird attribute of this.
He got 2 good doubles, and now Aga's kind of just messing with him. There we go. We got him. All right. Teknolink is on to the Ganon fight. Whoever drafted him is just getting some points stolen from them. Alrighty. Let's see what happens. Locke is making his way to the big key, so I mean, we'll see. He'll probably be climbing up the tower. Just slashing Ganon's butt. Taking a lot of damage. Gonna have to be a little careful. Pulling out his cape. I think he does still have he has a blue potion, so he has a magic refill and lots of health to work with. Getting the hits in, he should be able to move on to the next phase after this.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see how he handles Silverless Ganon.
Me too.
I
mean, with only that one blue potion,
it's honestly not like it's not that hard if you know it, obviously.
Yeah.
But if you haven't practiced it or don't know it at all, getting the timings right getting the torch glitch, even just getting the torch glitch, which is usually pretty easy because you just mash lamp or something while standing over top of it. But mostly just getting the triples and getting the timings right. Yeah. And making sure whenever you hit Ganon to always hold away from the hole so you don't get knocked down.
Yeah, getting knocked down is the worst.
Like I've seen, I think it happened in a race the other day where someone was staying on the left side to light the lamp before the start of phase 4. Or in the middle of phase 4, and Ganon also spawned there. They slashed their sword and then knocked him right into the hole immediately. So you gotta be careful. There we go. All right.
Yeah. All right. Find the arrows and troll rock. Well, you gotta be sad about that when you see that if you're Teknolink.
Yeah. At the same time, it's like that could have been lava chest or something,
which you wouldn't want to get anyways.
Yeah.
Locke making his way up the very spooky gauntlet. Super spooky. Ooh,
so
taking a little,
we didn't see. We never saw Argus or Armos, right? Those were the two we didn't see. At
we
Swamp
did not
and
see
Ice Armos?
either of those. Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna assume that both are vanilla. That's my hot assumption.
This is looking pretty good.
Taking it very, very safe.
Mm-hmm.
Not really knowing where Locke is. Has to be feeling like Locke is going to finish any minute, but just making sure that he at least just gets the hits in, not taking too many risks. Should only have a couple more hits here. Yeah, just taking it nice and easy.
Yeah, he has plenty of magic if he wanted to switch to using Fire Rod and getting those triples, but being extra cautious here. And fortunately for him, even being that cautious isn't going to cost him in this race.
Yeah. And that is gonna do it.
Gonna do it! High five. Nice. Boss is dead on both sides. Locke only killing the Lamela's 2 boss, while Teknolink takes down Ganon and is gonna claim victory for his team in this race. Teknolink finishing with a time of 1:54.34. Get them GGs in chat.
So many GGs.
GG. Well, that was a seed. That was a seed that had so much possibility to go either way as we were getting down to the end there. But yeah, really coming down to Locke just mismarking or mistracking or just misremembering a location that happened to have his one progression item he needed to not only go fast, but to beat the seed. It's kind of remarkable the time that Locke's going to be able to potentially finish this with, despite going so long without the boots. So... And I suppose we'll see if Teknolink wants to come in and have a little chat with us.
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe.
Yo, I think we do have Teknolink with us. GG's. Oh, I see that you're lighting up, but we're not getting any audio on our end.
Wait for it. Waiting for it.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Welcome.
Hello.
Jeez.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Congrats on the win.
Yeah, congrats. You have tied up your team with us for the week. How do you feel?
Very good.
Good. You should. That was really, really good. You know, I don't know, what are you feeling? I feel like the Randomizer in itself was actually pretty tame.
Yeah, nothing like, oh, hello, rollers everywhere in the dark, or hello. Yeah. There were a few moments where I was wondering, with, for instance, the Linnels suddenly popping up when I went to East Death Mountain, or the BMOs, I think, the eye that spins around, being in the way, so you had to go up the mountain, drop down, and then hookshot over. Unless you could actually pass it. But it was a very in terms of enemies, it was really tame. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly could have been a lot worse. So both of you only ran into one boss that you were unable to beat at the time. So Willard and I were saying that's a nice boss shuffle.
Yeah.
If you only run into one boss like that, it's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, and to be fair, it wasn't Desert Palace, so
yeah, so it was an easy to get back to.
Yeah.
But other than the enemies, how do you feel about the item placements, execution, yada yada yada?
I feel like my execution was horrible. I made a lot of mistakes. And at the end of the run, it was like Helmasaur throwing me off a couple of times. That was very annoying. And,
yeah, that was unfortunate.
Everything is muscle memory because I usually only done the normal settings. So a lot of the stuff just I went into autopilot, and then I'm like, oh wait, there are no wizards here to shoot at me. So
yeah, that is exactly why I didn't want to play this week. I do not have do well with things being changed, so I was like, "Yep, I'm leaving it to you guys. I don't want to deal with it." So it's a rough mode. So I commend you all for playing this week.
The advantage that because I was also happy with the icebreaker in Ice Palace that I actually learned that trick, and then finding out that the key was on the right side.
Yeah. But I mean, still, icebreaker is nice regardless. You still save time. You did something different than what I'm used to. So I was like, is that gonna work? And then, in typical icebreaker fashion, it works. I've seen it so many times, and people do it so many different ways. And I'm just like, how are there so many different ways to do this thing? So, but yeah, it was a very enjoyable watch. It was up until you were going into GT, it still could have gone pretty much any way. I saw you and Locke talking a little bit in Hex chat about what had happened, so I believe you know the situation.
Yeah, I learned that he didn't find the bow early.
It wasn't even the bow. Actually, not having the bow didn't really make a big difference for him. It was not having the boots that held him up for a while. Like, he was searching around for the boots for probably a good 15 minutes, maybe 20.
Yeah, point taken.
So, yeah. He was able to get the... Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I was wondering. I ran into Colster. What did Locke run into?
Trinex in Eastern.
In Eastern, a Trinex?
Yeah, there were 2 Trinexes.
Oh boy.
I'm chilling in Eastern. But with that, Locke gets the final hit in on Ganon. Gonna be making his way into the Triforce room, and I'm sure he's gonna want to come in here and maybe say a couple words himself about this. But GG's to Locke. Still a great race, regardless.
Yeah, this is a very good race. Also a very good week for our team.
Yeah, because, you guys are going 2-0 for the week. So
yes.
that's a great week, going from 3 points to 9, which is a huge leap. So GG's for that. Willard, do you have any questions, friend?
Where's Locke? There he is.
He's down there. There he is.
Hey, guy.
Hi, friend.
Hello.
Oh no.
I don't,
Hello.
My friend Locke. My good friend Locke.
I'm very dumb.
Okay, but I want to thank you for finishing your seed and finding. I was scared. I was horrified that you weren't
finish.
Well, I was scared you weren't gonna find the boots, and then I would get a forfeit and my fantasy points, Locke. My fantasy points.
At some point, when I footed back to Kakariko and I was gonna start heading up to the pedestal, I was like, wait, I never did Hobo.
I saw that.
Oh no.
So the big question that we were asking was initially, was that a conscious choice to not do hope?
Yeah, in the beginning it was because I figured I was like, okay, I'll do it a bit. I'll see what Zora has because I figured I was gonna go back to Zora at some point with the money for it, and I saw the pearl. I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna go do all the Dark World stuff.
Okay, so
And then from there on, I forgot about it.
Yeah, so we were both right. Willard was saying, he's like, no, that was definitely a conscious choice. But as the seed went on, we're like, maybe he just forgot. So it was a little bit of both.
Yeah, it was. Because after I got the pearl, which is like, I completely forgot about it. I just kept going on. I probably would have done it had we actually gotten the mirror.
Yeah.
Because I could have just done it when I was on my way to Pyramid Fairy from
Yeah.
But
so that was a
got the
really...
mirror.
Yeah, well then I was hoping you wouldn't find the mirror, because that would open up a million checks.
Same, but when I was looking for the boots, I was hoping he did find the mirror, so it would have thrown him into Swamp.
Yeah, no, that was just not going to happen for anyone.
No.
So, yeah, it was, honestly, up until Teknolink was heading over to GT, maybe like halfway into Turtle Rock, it was still like if Locke goes to Hobo right now, we got a race. So,
I feel like if I had gone to Hobo in the beginning, I would have probably finished the seed like half an hour earlier, because I was basically in boots mode like an hour 20, hour 30 in. Yeah,
you were routing very, very well. You were clearing out dungeons.
Yeah, right.
There was
forgetting how many items were in pod was great.
Yeah, well, I was wondering. I was all like, he left the mushroom. I'm glad that's nothing, because Teknolink had already turned that in and reset on it. But I was like, oh, I'm glad he got all the important stuff out of it. At least he got the book, he got the ice rod, he got the hook shot. It's fine.
I miscounted hard because I was like, oh, there's a map, there's a compass, there's a key, I'm done. There's just the big chest, the hallway, the boss. I'm good. Yeah. I forgot the chest at the bottom. I forgot that one.
So Locke, Willard got a lot of insight as to how you play today. So he's gonna rush that hobo. That's the first thing he's doing.
Yeah, I can't wait for it to give him 20 rupees.
Locke, I swear, if you goof up in our race, I'm gonna be so disappointed.
Are you though?
No. No. I that's, a win's a win, but that's not how I'd want to go out,
Yeah. Like for the most part, I feel good though, because execution-wise, I did. Except for the special stuff like Airpod, all that, we'll talk about that later. Bosses, enemies, that was nothing. Like, those all died super quick, super easy. Like, I didn't care about that at all.
I didn't say a single word about your execution. I said many words about, what are you doing, Locke? Where are you going?
See?
I'm pretty sure she said a lot more about my execution than yours. So.
I did not.
No, she was definitely saying, like, what are you doing, Locke? I need you to win. Like, where are you going?
I cannot confirm or deny any of that.
Chelsea was extremely unbiased, I promise.
Yeah.
Locke, you don't even have to watch this one back, because...
I'm sure the both of you were just dunking on me this entire time.
I plead the fifth.
I know you both. I know you both.
I don't know. Do either of you have many more words about the seed? How are we feeling going into next week?
Well, I gotta take on this dingus over here, so
Hello.
That's gonna be something.
I have no thoughts. I'm pretty sure that I'm on the bench for next week.
Got it. So you get to chill out for next week. You get to enjoy your win and take a breather. That's always nice. Kind of recollect yourself. Be ready for the coming weeks where things are about to ramp on up.
Yeah, mystery. If I believe Anton's randomizer as well. So what is up in next week again?
So
Actually, to mystery, right?
Mystery. You could get some Randomizer, you could get some entrance, you could get your goals can be different. I don't think Triforce Hunt is involved, so you don't have to think about that. But you could get like some retro or key sanity, so things can get a little bonkers. So next week is definitely a week to watch. For But We're Buddies, it's gonna be myself and Locke. Locke will be going up against Willard Bradley. I'm gonna be going up against JTV. So that'll be fun to watch. Hello. It's on.
It should be good. Should be a good time.
So
practice all weekend long so I can take out the Willard.
Yeah, just practice going to the hobo.
Just load up the practice hack and just
load up
Link's
the practice
house.
hack and just keep hobo.
No.
Over and over again.
I'm gonna just... I don't know. I don't know.
It's okay. Rando's gonna rando. Who would have known that the one item you need was in that one spot you just didn't go to?
Well, I mean, how many things did I skip?
You did skip a lot, but you skipped all the right stuff until
I know
except for the hobo.
The greatest part, Thieves Town big chest, hammer pegs, pod chest. What else? Like,
Meyer big chest.
There was a bunch of stuff that there was this one point where I was all like, all right, he has to go to hobo now. There is nothing left. And then you're like, wait, hammer pegs. And I'm like, okay, after this, he has to go to he has to go to hobo. And then you're like, oh, but the Thieves Town big chest. Like, it just kept going. It snowballed. And then you got the mushroom.
The shovel, and then magic.
Yeah, it was
and then he spun around in circles for a little bit.
Yeah,
because I was like, I missed something. What did I miss? Like, what do I do?
Yeah, I saw you pull out the book and start heading up to pedestal. I'm like, this is it. This is. I want to cry. And then you stopped and pulled out your flute. I'm like, wait.
I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
You knew at that moment.
Yeah. At that moment, I was just hoping either he was lost somewhere or just dying a whole bunch in GT.
To be fair, I was dying a lot in other dungeons, so...
Yeah, GT was
very close.
Was pretty baby.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think I had one death, and that was intentional. That was it.
Well, you have some nice equipment, Locke.
It's more so because I checked everything.
Yeah, the sword that you missed Teknolink was in the front of Skullwoods.
Yeah, I figured at the moment I was able to go away from Skullwoods and just continue on, but looking for one, it didn't feel like it was there. But I did like that almost was on the green pendant, right? If I recall correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I felt like a galaxy brain, that one.
It was interesting because you got the green pendant and then you rescued Hobo. That's Locke. Rescue
the hobo.
The blacksmith. And I was like, dude, what if he just galaxy braids, turns in that, gets the fire rod, and then goes and gets green pendant turned in and get the bombos? But you did exactly what I expected most players would do and just take that fire rod to go beat some crystal dungeons. So, but yeah, overall, it was a fun race to watch, fun race to commentate. GG's to both you guys, and good luck to both you guys in the next week, the mystery week. Teknolink, enjoy your week off.
I will. I'm definitely going to enjoy watching the streams.
Should be good. Speaking of watching the streams, there is still some tourney action going on right now over at SpeedGaming 3. We got Freddy versus the Lane. That's the Sexty Gannons versus Error 216. They're about an hour and 20 minutes, or hour and 15, hour 10 into their seat. So if you want to head over there and go watch the rest of that race, by all means, get out of here. Go do it. We're done here. We had a lot of fun. Chelsea, had a good time commentating with you.
Yeah, it was good. I didn't think this is our first commentary together ever.
Ever?
We've been friends for
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
I feel like we've had to have done at least one, but
maybe it's been a minute.
But it was good.
It was good. I enjoyed myself.
Thank you also to Dark Diplomat, our tracker for today, and of course the fine folks at SpeedGaming for putting this all together, and of course the fine lads and lasses at Rando League that are bringing us all together with these shenanigans. And of course, shoutouts to the Hobo for existing.
Shout outs to the
Yes.
hobo.
Oh,
Got
hobo.
him, Locke. Got him. All right, guys. We're out of here. SG2, go there now. Have a good one. See you at the next one.